Coming up on the January 31st edition of the Met Report, our basketball team tries to keep their perfect conference record intact.
And one local Denver chef makes it to the big stage of cooking.
And we take a look at how students are getting back into the school swing. All this and more on the Met Report. Welcome to this week's edition of the Met Report. I'm Cinthia Maldonado.
And I'm Michael Ronnebaum. Well, students, the time for sleeping in has finally come to an end. With the new start of the spring semester, our own Cinthia Maldonado went around the Auraria campus asking students what they were doing to get back into the school flow.
With the new year comes a new semester. Now that's a lot to take. I went around the Auraria campus asking students what is it that they're doing to push through the first week of school. Let's find out.
I meditate a lot, so I like to get in a nice focused groove, and I actually work out before I come to school, so I am more alert. My mind is racing, and working out is a great tool to help with functionality.
I can go to bed early in order to wake up for my classes, and I like to wake up early for my classes just to be able to study before them, so I'm extra prepared.
Auraria is the largest commuter campus in Colorado, which enrolls over 45,000 students who yet have to get back in the school groove. Great advice comes from one of our very own Metro State professors.
Get a good night's rest, get here a little bit early, drink some coffee. We have some great coffee shops over at the Tivoli. I should probably, since I'm an accounting professor, emphasize the importance of doing things outside of the classroom as well to have the full-on college experience.
Every student has their own motivation.
I just think about my future and what I'm working towards, and it's just easier for me to just think positive thoughts rather than, oh my God, it's 7 o'clock, I'm trying to get up.
It takes 21 days to make a habit, so don't forget the breakfast, workout, and studying before classes. 15 weeks to go. For the Met Report, Cinthia Maldonado. The GLBT Student Office held a spring welcome back open house for MSU Denver students this past Tuesday. Food, drinks, and snacks were provided. The GLBT provides community resources through Gender Identity Center and One Colorado, to name a few. A lending library and social space to help students connect with fellow GLBT members. Steve Willis, the director, does advocacy for students, staff, and faculty who are struggling with discrimination.
Our welcome back. It's kind of like an open house. Basically what we do is we welcome people who've not been to our office before and introduce them to the services we offer, and then we also get the chance to see some of the faces who came in from previous semesters and sort of enjoy their company after the break.
Okay. The GLBT office is located in the Tivoli 213 for more information.
There is an ongoing criminal activity on the Auraria campus. Various reports are being made on damages to vehicles. It's advised to inspect your vehicle frequently, to park in well-lit, high-traffic areas when possible, and not segregating your vehicle. The Auraria Campus Police Department encourages our community to report any suspicious people or behavior immediately to the ACPD at 911 or at 303-556-5000. Campus Police can be reached directly from any emergency phone located throughout the campus.
Obesity is on the rise, and it's time is limited for many students. Jesse Salazar takes a closer look.
Here's a look at what you need to know about obesity in America. Obesity among U.S. adults doubled between 1990 and 2010. In every state, more than 20% of adults are obese.
Just don't have the time and just really don't care for it right now because just school's just kind of my focus.
And in 12 states, the obesity rate is above 30%.
Here on campus, students may not have the time or may not know how to manage their time living a healthy lifestyle, exercising, and being a student in general. Metro State has started a new weight management program here to help give students advice and guidance towards living a healthy lifestyle.
Group personal training also offers nutrition coaching. It's all student-led, like in The Biggest Loser, so you'll be competing on a team.
It is 80% diet.
In every state, more than 20% of adults are obese.
Getting things that you can take with you is really good, so that way when you're on the run and you're in a crunch, you don't go a long stretch without food. College students should definitely have weight management programs, because in college is where you begin to form the habits for the rest of your life.
Jesse Salazar with the Met Report.
Now that the Affordable Health Care Act has taken effect, it seems that the cost of health care keeps rising. For students last semester, it cost $836 for insurance. This semester, it cost $1,154. The reason for this dramatic increase is the extended coverage for the summer, which adds an additional 2 months of insurance to the initial policy. While it might not seem like it, students are actually getting a good deal. We have a pooled rate with the school's insurance provider, Ameribin. Healthcare professor Jeff Helton explains further.
The student plan is still a pretty good deal. And part of the reason for that is because we've got all the students pooled together in one big group. And it's kind of like when you go to Costco or Sam's Club, you buy in volume, you get a better price, right? Very much the same with health insurance.
Well, folks, I gotta tell you, that school insurance thing is extremely interesting. Just to clarify that students at the age of 26 or older can choose to opt out for the school insurance program.
That's a great opportunity here at Metro.
Absolutely. Still to come on the show, we bring you everything you need to know about taking the perfect selfie.
And nearly 20 Colorado athletes take their way to the Sochi for the Olympics. Be sure to come on back. Welcome back. With the Super Bowl in a matter of days, everyone is getting excited for the upcoming game. Met reporter Lennox Williams went out on campus to see what students were doing to prep for the big game.
The Denver Broncos will be taking on the Seattle Seahawks for the Pro Football Championship, the Super Bowl.
Broncos, baby!
I don't like football, but I go for Broncos, so yeah, probably Seattle.
Here on campus and in the Mile High City, fans are gearing up for the big game.
I'm going to be at home watching it, partying with some friends.
Please win so my girlfriend doesn't get mad.
Watching the game, probably with a family. That's usually what we do.
Coloradians are united in orange to bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Denver.
There's so many my friends are planning parties. I don't know if I'm going to be in my parties with my friends or my family or in Denver. I don't even know yet.
Broncos all day. We got Manning. Ain't nothing to worry about.
But for all the fans of Colorado, they all bleed orange. For the Met Report, Lennox Williams.
Now, if you're planning on coming down to campus on Sunday for the Super Bowl, be sure to check out the msudenver.edu for a list of the altered hours for buildings around campus.
Well, folks, the countdown to the Olympics has officially begun. Starting next week, the 22nd Winter Games will be held in Sochi, Russia. Among the 2,800 athletes that will be competing, you might notice a few familiar faces. 19 athletes from Colorado are headed to the Games. Some of these local athletes include Aaron Blunk, who is an ex-Games halfpipe skier from the Crested Butte area, Jeremy Abbott, who is of course a national champion figure skater from Aspen, and Todd Ludwig, who was a Nordic combined athlete from Steamboat Springs, who will be the United States' first Olympian to compete in 6 Winter Games. As the Games kick off the opening ceremony next Friday, keep an eye out for these athletes to cheer on our fellow Coloradans.
The Broncos were named AFC champions, and after that, the next anticipation began. Many gathered at Lodo's Bar and Grill to see a whole other game, this time with food. Met reporter Hassan Shah has the story.
Hey guys, so I'm here at Loto's Bar and Grill in Highlands Ranch, and Denver's very own chef Leah is about to see her debut on Food Network for the very first time. But you know what? Tonight, it's a lot more than cocktails and burgers. It's a cutthroat kitchen. That's right, the premiere of one of the episodes of Food Network's reality culinary show, Cutthroat Kitchen. It's an intense show hosted by Alton Brown. 4 chefs are pitted against each other for cutthroat strategies and challenged to cook gourmet dishes to be judged by a guest celebrity. But things get ugly as the bidding process occurs and opponents use flaky ingredients and weird cooking means. The winner of the challenge gets $25,000.
I'm so happy to share this with friends and family and the Denver community and supported me, and I'm just so
Words can't describe it.
Yeah, it's speechless, really.
Leah Evely is a private chef and caterer in Colorado and now the first chef from Denver to compete and win the Cutthroat Challenge.
As far as Leah's concerned, I mean, she just nailed it. I mean, she knows how to play the game.
Like, we're very confident in her abilities. She's an amazing person in general. So you could tell right in the video that she's a confident person and she knows how to turn things around.
For Leah, the night at Loto's was not so different from Cutthroat Kitchen. In fact, it was even more intense.
It's still intense for me, still fresh in my mind, and I feel like I'm still in the game. And so it's a lot of excitement, a lot of, anticipation.
One of the big perks of the show, the money, of course. With $25,000, what's next?
I'm actually going home to the Philippines next month to help, my family that was affected by the typhoon, help them rebuild. And at the same time, I'm working on my cookbook, so that will be released this year.
For the Met Report, Hassan Shah.
Earlier this week, President Obama delivered his 2014 State of the Union address, speaking on important highlights such as minimum wage, retirement, security, war, healthcare, and more. Given the federal minimum wage to be at $7.25, the president issued an executive order for all federal contractors to raise the minimum wage to exactly $10.10. Obama also mentioned a new savings program for people to start thinking on retirement called the MYRA, which will be introduced through many employers. He is also encouraging the American people to sign up for health care by the March 31st deadline.
Colorado is already well into winter. We have seen our typical cold nights with our occasional warm days, but we have been lacking in the snow amounts east of the Continental Divide. Some are seeing this as a glorious winter season, but the Eastern Plains are fearing the worst. Farmers are fearful that they will have a reoccurrence of the 2012 drought season that made it almost impossible to grow anything. What this means for folks in Denver is the price of food could climb significantly, and the return of the devastating forest fires could soon sweep across the Front Range. Once again, experts say we shouldn't start worrying just yet. Denver's heaviest season snowfall occurs in March and in April, so there's still hope that we can get a few huge snowstorms that will bring us back to where we need to be. You know, Michael, I am a big fan of the snow. I really enjoy winter. Just the hassle is driving through the snow.
Absolutely. It is dangerous, and the Colorado weather will definitely keep you on your toes.
Yes, so drive with a lot of precaution. And coming up after the break, Hassan Shah brings us a look at the latest news in entertainment.
But first, Josh Cozart brings us a look at next week's weather. Josh, tell me some good news.
Well, Michael and Cynthia, we're experiencing Colorado's typical January weather. 1 minute we're up in the 50s and 60s, and then just like that, we're back down to below freezing and seeing those wintry precipitations just like we saw last night. So today in the metro area, we are seeing the snow finally move out of our area, and then it's going to backtrack just a little bit and give us about 1 to 2 inches for the southern part of Denver. But for the mountains, we've seen 1 to 2 feet of snow up there, so great for the ski resorts. Let's take a look at our Saturday national map. For Colorado, there's that cold front that moved through our area earlier in the week, yesterday, and it's going to be giving us a lot of snow showers in the mountains continued on Saturday, so they're going to see additional accumulation. And then all across the Midwest, we're going to continue to see wintry precipitation up there, and I feel like they just keep getting hammered each week with a big snowstorm. And then we have that warm front coming from the Gulf of Mexico, where we are going to be seeing a lot of rain down there, and it's finally going to warm up for those folks, because places like Louisiana, Atlanta, Alabama, and even Florida have seen snow showers earlier in the week last week. So I am sure that they are excited to see rain, liquid rain, back in their forecast. Let's take a look now at our Sunday map. That warm front, it's actually going to stall right in the middle of the country. It's going to kind of create a tug of war between the cold air in the north and the warmer air down south. We're also going to see a plume of moisture up along that front. And then we're also going to be seeing a little bit of some lake effect snow up in the northeast, approaching New York City for your Sunday, but I don't think it's going to affect your Broncos game at all. And then for Denver, we have just a few snow showers in the mountains continuing for our Sunday, but nothing too extreme. Now let's take a look at our Broncos forecast. 37 for the Super Bowl. Time is going to be 6:30. Eastern Standard Time is when the game is going to have kickoff, and we could see just a few clouds moving into the area as the game begins, and then just a few light rain, just some light wind, no rain in our forecast. So I think Peyton Manning can handle that. Now let's take a look at our local forecast for Colorado. Denver, high of 33 degrees, DIA only 29 for your Saturday, and then Boulder also at 33. So a little bit cooler than what we've been used to, but it is going to warm up slightly compared to what it is today. And then out on the Eastern Plains, we're going to see 32 in Lamar, and for the Western Slope, 30 degrees and partly sunny skies for Grand Junction. Let's now move on to our Sunday local map. Denver, actually going to be a little bit cooler on Sunday with a high of 31, 26 in DIA with only a low of 8. So Lamar also at 33 degrees. In Colorado Springs, if you're looking to head out to family members to watch the big game on Sunday, you're not missing much by not spending time outside, because it's going to be a little chilly down there as well. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Monday, our warm day of the week at 30 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Tuesday, we have a cold front slowly moving into our area with only a high of 17 and low of -2. Wednesday and Thursday, we could see a snow shower or two pop back into our forecast with highs of 15 and 26 degrees. And I'm not expecting to see a whole lot of snow with that front that's going to be moving in, only a 30% chance right now, but we'll have to keep our eyes on that. And then Friday, there's that February roller coaster with a high of 44 degrees. I'm Josh Cozart with the weather, and I hope that you all have a warm, safe, and fun weekend.
Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down.
Where I bring Hollywood a mile high.
Aligning the Hollywood stars over Denver.
I'm here to bring you the latest juicy gossip from the mile high to the streets of Hollywood.
Give your most handsome look to that camera.
Where I'll be bringing you the latest gossip from Tinseltown all the way up to a mile high.
I didn't get any injuries. You're okay. I was okay. I was a little dancing, these things, you know.
Check us out every Friday live at 12:30 p.m. on The Met Report.
Now joining us for EntertainMET is Hassan Shah. What's the latest, Hassan?
Selfies. I guess most of us are just becoming camera hogs. It's become so big, it was featured on Good Morning America back in November. And it's become so addicting, a professor even took a selfie while his plane was making an emergency landing. It even recently made it on the dictionary. Getting pretty serious there. According to a photographer YouTube sensation, Peter Hurley, there is a certain way of taking a selfie. My fellow student media coworkers are quite talented at it. Nice.
Squinch! Squinch! Fix my hair. Fix my hair. Fix my face. Try not to smile, but let's see the cool.
So what I do to take the perfect selfie, check the hat, glasses, duck face.
The perfect selfie comes when you have your phone charged, camera, the reverse side, fix your hair, like mirror right here. Make sure it's like to the side, all like not perfect but like stylish. And then you grab your phone and then you fix your shirt so it doesn't look wrinkly. And then you're like,
Look at that, our very own Cinthia Maldonado getting a selfie. Which selfie did you think was the best? Click on to facebook.com/the Met Report to rate your favorite and even upload your own. We want to see it. Now it's time to take your next photo at the theater. A huge Broadway attraction is touring the nation and making its stop in Denver. That's right, it's Mamma Mia! Now at the Buell Theater. You will definitely have a blast with this one. It's even better than the movie, because the lights are on you. Okay, maybe not directly. Let's just say if you're looking for the concert experience, this show has it all. It's got sass, mystery, it's hilarious, and pretty sexy. The show centers around a bride-to-be Sophie after she reads her mom's diary and discovers she possibly has 3 dads. Then they all show up, and then, well, you can see what happens next. You can catch the show through this Sunday. Okay, guys, ready? Let's take a selfie.
Selfie.
There we go. We got it.
Perfect.
I know. It's kind of a big trend, huh?
That looks fantastic. It is a trend. We'll have to see what happens next.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much, Hassan.
No problem.
Still to come, Myles Potter joins us to bring the latest in Met Report sports. We'll be right back.
All night long and do it all again so I can find my way back home.
The sun seems to shine a little less since you've been gone.
You were the one I wanted. Don't stray, don't ever go away.
I'll just smile and everyone will wanna go with it. Oh.
Now joining us for the Met Report Sports is Myles Potter. Myles, it's been a while. How's that basketball team doing?
No, Michael, we'll get to those guys in a little bit here. But let's start out with some track and field. Metro took part in the Air Force Invitational this last weekend for a chance to qualify for the NCAA Championship in North Carolina. We start on the women's side, where Brianna Hemming ran the mile run in 4 minutes and 50 seconds, just missing the automatic qualifying time by 1 second. 1 second, really? Well, over on the other side, on the men's side, we had 2 runners. John Clark, who ran the 60-meter, finishing 4th, and also running the 200-meter, finishing 3rd, breaking his school record with a time of 22 seconds. The other runner was Kurt Harvey. He also participated in the mile run, running in the time of 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Both our women's and men's team did very well, placing 6th and 2nd place. The next meet is tomorrow morning at the Colorado School of Mines. Men's basketball is coming off a loss in Fort Lewis, and the test didn't get any easier, on Friday night when they had to face off against the number 4 team in the nation, Colorado Mesa. The Mavericks have not had the best of luck here at the Ray Events, only winning 1 game since 2000. But someone forgot to tell Metro they were playing one of the top teams as they came out on fire in the first half, shooting 45% and forcing 9 turnovers. Metro leads 35-31. But the Mavericks aren't that high for nothing as they came out lighting it up in the second half, going on a 10-0 run. Later in the half, Metro pulls ahead with Cassie Lambrecht for 3. Metro leads 55-53 with 3 minutes left in the ballgame. The Mavericks would answer back with this jumper to tie the game at 57. This game has overtime written all over it, and it would end up there as both teams couldn't hit their free throws down the stretch. Now to overtime, and just like the second half, the Mavericks came out going on a 5-0 run. Ty Jensen ends the scoring drought with this jumper. She would end up with 12 points on the night. Roadrunners pull within 3 as Keisha Fox asked if the bank was open with this 3-pointer, but Metro's upset bid would fall just short as Kai DeGarmo misses the layup with 12 seconds left. Roadrunners lose 66-63. Coach Ivy was very happy on how her team played.
Really happy with our effort, the mindset, how we battled. Just felt like sometime in the second half they kind of came at us and we needed to just take a little bit better care of the ball, make a few better decisions. You know, we gave ourselves chances though.
The next night, Metro would rally against Western State as Amy Nelson would go off, scoring 13 points and 10 rebounds in the 49-43 victory. The Roadrunners are now 7-10 overall and 6-7 in the RMAC. They will be back in action this weekend to O'Shattern State and Black Hill State. Both games are at 5 p.m. Let's go to the men's side now as our number 3 Roadrunners are currently riding an 11-game winning streak, and they would take the streak up against Carl Mesa. That's only 1 game above 500. Easy, right? Well, the Mavericks came out shooting the ball from everywhere and hitting 52% from the field and 50% from downtown. Metro wouldn't have that much luck and only shooting 25% and 1 from 11 from 3 land. 1 for 11? Really? That they would find themselves down at half 35-31. Second half, Metro still trying to find their shooting as Mesa would take the lead up to 12 with 9 minutes left. But could this Mavs team finish off the number 3 team in the nation? Nah, this team would come alive as Brandon Jefferson hits the 3-pointer. Then Jamal McCurkin, working hard, gets the putback. He would have 15 points on the night. Jefferson, from the top of the Rocky Mountains, boom! Metro is up by 6. I totally messed that up. He's all about teammates. And bench is loving it. Harrison Goodrich goes up, gets the jam. Can you say poster? Metro wins 86-76. Brandon Jefferson knows they're going to get everybody's best performance every single night.
I mean, we made it to the championship last year, so coming in this year, every team was going to give us their best shot. And you got to give Mesa credit. They was making shots tonight, but I mean, we stood still on the defensive end at the end of the second half and came out with the win.
Saturday night, the Roadrunners hosted Western State, and they won 86-73, thanks to Mitch McCarron, who had a career-high 29 points and 5 rebounds. Metro is now 16-1 overall and 13-0 in the RMAC. They will play again tonight against O'Shattern State, guys.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Go Roadrunners.
Absolutely, and there's also another big game. The Broncos play on Sunday.
Huge game on Sunday.
Good repping the orange there, guys.
I saw that you were wearing the orange. I didn't want to take away from your thunder, so I apologize.
I got you.
Well, before we go, it's time for our Artist of the Spotlight on Metro State music student Brian B. Goldstein. Lacey Day has more.
Hi, I'm Lacey Day, and I'm here on the Met Report with our Artist Spotlight of the Week, Brian B. Goldstein. Brian, how are you doing today?
I'm so great, thanks, Lacey. My study here is focused around the bass guitar, 4 and 5 string, but I also play piano, harmonica, little congas, and egg shaker on occasion. As of late, I've been focusing on Latin music, rumba, son, clave, and salsa music in general. I really love it. There's a connection, my soul with the clave. It's just a driving rhythm.
Is there anyone in particular that you look up to as far as music goes?
I mean, I've been listening to many different styles of music my whole life, starting with classical at a very early age. I heard Mozart's greatest symphonies while I was in my mother's womb. My dad has taken me to many great shows throughout my life. And
So is there any sort of message that you would like to send out to anybody who's like an aspiring artist trying to make it in the world?
Stay positive, because it's a hard world out there. It's a hard music world. I think music is one of the few great lights in this world that can really turn people away from the sometimes bleak world to a lighter existence that is great. And I'd like to tell them to go for that.
We definitely appreciate you coming on here and sharing your character with us.
Thank you so much for having me here.
And now for our artist spotlight, we have Kara McCann and B. Gold. Take it away.
Thanks. Kara and I collaborated to write this song for all you beautiful people.
Walking alone through the city streets, thinking how the future might be. Counting the stars like holes in the sheets as the day begins to doubt its own light. See, there's one for the moment when the sun comes up and the road before me comes clear. Two for the courage to tread that path and light to help me steer. Three for the chances that will come my way and the courage to leap without fear. Four for the hope that when the moment comes, all my doubts will disappear. Days go by like the stones of this empty street vanish behind me, swept under my searching feet. Questions on all sides like windows of shattered glass, begging for answers and change as I hurry past. Five for the knowledge that will see me through and the will to carry the day. Six for the glory of a life well lived and to have it no other way. And to have it no other way.
That's going to do it for this week of the Met Report. For musical guests B. Gold and Kara McCann, Myles Potter, Josh Cozart, Hassan Shah, Michael Ronnebaum, and the entire Met Report staff, I'm Cinthia Maldonado. We'll see you on campus. Stay warm.